Hi there, Greg Day, Security CTO for Symantec, and welcome back to another of our security video blogs. I wanted to come back to our recent Internet Security Threat Report and drill down a little deeper into some of the kind of key findings from it and what we can do as a result of it. So I think, as we always anticipate, the volume of attacks out there has increased again year on year, as has the number of threats that we've actually seen out there. But what does that actually mean to you? Well, I think the first thing is to recognize that the threat has moved on from the botnet era. We actually saw a decrease in those attacks that are just trying to take control of your systems. And now it's far more about what can I do with your systems, what information is on them, and how valuable is it. I think the second change that's worth noting is we've actually seen a decrease in those kind of brute force attacks, trying to use a vulnerability. And in fact, we saw less vulnerabilities discovered in the last year. And with the ever-increasing use of social networking, both for personal and business, we're seeing far more of a how do I trick through trust rather than how do I break down the door. So this is all well and good, but actually what does it mean to your security strategies? Well, I think the first thing is, as our IT environments grow ever larger and more complex, and as do the security controls, what we're certainly seeing is attacks getting through the cracks. We have too many things to do, too many different problems out there. So what I'm hearing very much from a lot of you is this idea of back to basics. We need to actually look back at all of the different security controls we put in over the last decade and start to simplify, allow them to work together, to consolidate, to integrate. And that starts really at the most rudimentary level. Is my antivirus still fit for purpose, or has the technology moved on sufficiently? There are a whole bunch of new techniques out there, such as reputation. Let me understand where the file came from, how many times it's been used, what risk it brings to my business. So consolidation back to basics is certainly one key challenge that I would challenge you all to go back and look at how you get value from taking that approach in your own organizations. I think the other change for us is we often looked at security as a very kind of flat thing that we do across our environments, and we need to take now a far more risk-based approach. By that, what do I mean? Well, we need to actually identify what are the business critical processes, what are the technologies that we have around them, and then be able to start to prioritize our security around those. Realistically, potentially there could be 2 to 3 million different threats, policy changes, configuration problems that we have to deal with, and we just can't do all of that every single day. So by taking more of a risk-based approach, what we can start to do is to consolidate down into what are the 10 or 20 things that I should be doing first each day that will give me the biggest and best return. So hopefully this gives you something tangible to take away from, if you like, the stats and the statistics from the report into some tangible changes you can make into your own security strategy.